Afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today's Lunch and Learn at Freedom Pharmacy and Pickerington Pharmacy. We have a lot to get to today. We're going to be talking about Pickerington and Freedom Pharmacy being a knowledge hub for our community. One of the most important things that we wanted to have as an independent pharmacy, or now pharmacies, is to be a resource for our community. Of course, we're here to make a living and do things that we enjoy to do, and make a living doing that. That's always been, one of our goals here. But we want to be able to help the community as a whole, as well, when it comes to pharmacy and pharmacy services that can be provided. And these are services that we can do that most of our large competitors just simply can't do. They don't have the time, or they don't put the resources into doing these things that I'm going to be talking about today very well. Because we have two pharmacies in both the insurance world and outside the insurance world, we've talked about that quite a bit. We have a big picture on what's happening throughout the pharmacy world. And one of the things we do is we do bill insurance, and that's over at Pickerington Pharmacy. And we'll be heading over there in a little bit. And here at Freedom Pharmacy, we are a self-pay pharmacy only. And again, that's because being outside of that insurance world allows us to pass on some savings to our customers at Freedom Pharmacy. So I wanted to start today with an example about how we were able to check an insurance for a patient and compare that to Freedom Pharmacy. This happened this morning. I had a patient with a new prescription. It was for a drug called Wellbutrin, or the generic name's Bupropion XL, 150 milligram tablets. I processed the prescription through the patient's insurance this morning, and it was a limit of a 30-day supply. So when I processed the prescription, it came back a $20 copay for a 30-day supply. After talking to the patient, I said, look, I'm pretty sure we can do better for you over at Freedom Pharmacy if we just skip the insurance altogether. So what I found out today was that for this prescription, for the Bupropion XL 150 milligram, for a quantity of 90 at a 90-day supply, so that's 90. Remember, the patient was only going to get 30 if we used insurance. It came back as an $18.80 payment from the patient. So we were able to triple the number of tablets that we could give him, and it was less than $20. So that was just one example that I had this morning that I wanted to share with everybody. And then I also filled my prescriptions yesterday, and I'm on a couple of prescriptions. One's called Montelukast, 10 milligram tablets. When I bill our insurance, it comes back at a $5 copay, and again, they limit us to a 30-day supply. So when I looked over at Freedom Pharmacy at what the price would be for 90, it came back $15.35. So for just 35 cents more, I could just get 90 over at Freedom Pharmacy as a consumer, instead of worrying about billing insurance. I have the convenience of only having to come once every 3 months, and for 35 cents, that might be worth it to some of you. So I just wanted to share those two examples of how we can check the insurance parameters and see what your pricing would be with that. And then we could check the self-pay pricing and see what we could do with that. Compare and contrast, and then, we would help make a decision on which would be the best place for you to get your prescriptions. So another thing that we do, and again, knowledge is power is the name of today's episode. We do a lot of compounding, which we've talked about before. And just to show everybody our compounding area, this is our main compounding lab, and we utilize a very powerful computer system that helps us look up formulas, consult with experts. We're tied in with 3 different compounding. That's what they do for a living. They help people like us come up with formulas and different dosage forms of medications to personalize or tailor-make prescriptions. So we utilize a ton of knowledge to do that here. Again, most of our competitors don't have these resources that we've invested in as far as compounding goes. Most of our competitors don't compound at all. So another thing that I wanted to share with everybody is that we do something called compliance packaging for our customers. We're also in long-term care. We serve local assisted living and long-term care. This is Jessica right here. She is packaging up some of our long-term care prescriptions that will be delivered early next week. So, we can also do this for your parent or another loved one that maybe has trouble with taking their meds or remembering if they took their meds. We can get them packaged up in a very easy to use, convenient card. And as the days of the week go by, you punch them out and you can see whether or not you have you done it or not. This is an example of a finished card, and then you can see it's just got a very thin paper on the back that's easily punched out, so you can track where you're at. It's got the days of the week here: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then as the days of the week are going, you just punch them out, and then you can track where you're at with all your medications. Chop my notes.
Thanks, Jess.
So again, that's something our competitors don't do. We've invested some resources into having the equipment necessary to do that, to do the compliance packaging, and it's something that we definitely offer that's above and beyond what our big box competitors do. Next, I want to talk about medical equipment. So we don't bill medical equipment to insurance, but we do sell quite a bit of it, and we can order just about anything. So let's take a look over at Pickerington Pharmacy. So we're going to transition from Freedom Pharmacy into Pickerington Pharmacy. And here we are in Pickerington Pharmacy. Wanted to show you, we have scooters and wheelchair that we rent out to people if you need temporary knee scooter or wheelchair. We also have a selection of crutches, canes, different oxygen supplies, CPAP supplies, walkers, all kinds of knee braces, shower covers, sock aids, lots of stuff.
All these good.
Also here, you can see we have raised toilet seats with handles, bedside commodes, and anything that we don't have, we can definitely order for people. Wound care is also something that we specialize in here. You can see this entire section is dedicated to wound care. We have the best selection in our area, bar none, compared to anyone. And we have the expertise to help you find what's best for your situation, whether it be an ulcer that you're trying to treat, a cut that you're trying to treat. So, come talk to us. We can help guide you in your wound care needs. Another thing that we do a lot of is compression socks, okay? We have a huge selection of compression stockings. We have regular socks that you can use just, for diabetic people, for hiking, for athletics. So we have all kinds of selection for those types of items as well. Another thing that we do, and we do it right here in this room, there's a little room here that's currently being used by Heather, which is a nurse that comes and does some foot care for people, not affiliated with the company at all, but she comes in, we have her, we let her use our space, and she helps the community in that way. But we can do medication therapy management consultations in that little room. And all that means is we sit down, take all of your medications, and we go through them individually, make sure you understand what they're for, see if it's something that you think you should be on, shouldn't be on, screen for drug interactions. That's something that we do sometimes with insurance, or sometimes it's a self-pay thing. So anyway, that's another thing that we do that our competitors just don't do very well. And we'll go back to Freedom now. So, the last but not least, I want to mention that we do immunizations here. Now, most of our competitors do immunizations, but it is a service that we offer. It's mostly done in the insurance world. We do those over at Pickerington Pharmacy. And the only one we're not doing yet is the COVID vaccine. So, didn't want to get anybody's hopes up that might be watching. Potentially we're going to do that in the future, but as of right now, we are not on the limited distribution list as part of the tiered system that's going on right now. But we do flu shots, we do shingle shots, we do Tdap shots, which is the tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. We do pneumonia shots. And we can order in just about any sort of immunization shot that you need. And again, most of that's done through insurance, and we do that at Pickerington Pharmacy. So that was 10 things that I just wrote down this morning that we do. And most of our competitors maybe only do 1 or 2 or 3 of those things at the most, right? So I wanted to show off the fact that we are a knowledge hub. And we want the community to use us, right? We want the community to come in and we want to help guide them. Sometimes that means we can help them here, and most of the time it means we can help them here, but sometimes we may have to refer them to a different source if, they have an insurance that we don't take, or if, it's something that we do, but we don't do a particular service that they're looking for, we can refer that service to, to whoever makes sense, right? So just wanted everybody to realize that we have expanded our services greatly here. We're located here at Pickerington Medical Complex. Both pharmacies are side by side, and we hope you guys will use us as a knowledge hub for pharmacy. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know, the better the outcomes typically. So let us help you understand and navigate the pharmacy system, and hope to see you soon here at Pickerington and Freedom Pharmacy. We will be talking about the way that prescription discount cards actually increase prices for everyone next week, so you won't want to miss that. It'll be a very interesting conversation next week, so please tune in for that. Again, thank you to everyone who has utilized both Pickerington and Freedom Pharmacy. We appreciate the business, and stay healthy out there, and see you soon.